LeBron James, a fantastic player in his youth, and now still, at the age of 38 years old, still amongst the league's best. You sit here today, how many guys would you take over LeBron James right now in the league? 9? 10? For a guy that's 38 years old, it's Tom Brady-like. You look at the age of 38, a basketball player, which, by the way, has never had a major injury.
Nope.
Never tore his ACL, never tore his shoulder, never teared anything significant that's affected him to miss a whole season. 8 straight final appearances, winning multiple titles, and doing what everybody expected him to do when he came out of high school, the last player to be drafted out of high school. Remember, we have seen a lot of great players, a lot of high school players, a lot of great athletes come out of high school and never amounted to anything. A lot. Never. And when he was drafted and he was mentioned as the king, and I used to think it was a joke because I've seen, as a kid, we've seen so many guys come out of high school and failed in the NBA. Failed. Just never were successful. And this guy was Rookie of the Year. And then his third year, he went to the finals against the Spurs with a crappy team. I don't want to hear about Larry Hughes and Gauskas.
Gauskas was probably the second best player on that team. He was like a third-tier center.
I don't want to hear it. That team sucked, okay? That was a horrible team. And he took that team all the way to the finals. Yes, he got swept by the Spurs, Tim Duncan, and obviously Parker and Ginobili. We all know that. They got swept. The fact that they were there and they were the best team in the East that year was remarkable. For a young kid like LeBron James to take over like he did in the playoffs and still put up numbers in the finals the way he did, even though they got swept. He is a special player. He's a special specimen. We'll never see a player, just like we'll never see Michael Jordan again. You will never see a player like LeBron James again. Never. For all you haters out there that'll sit here today and say, well, he comes in a game that people get touched and they go to the foul line, and he cries to the referees. I understand that, and
so does everybody else.
I'm just saying the league is different, just like the NFL. The league is different than it was in the 80s and the 90s, and the rules are completely different. But what LeBron James has done as a superstar player and really transitioned the game for what he has, and it really, he did change the game. When 3 superstars banded together to win titles, he changed the game. He changed the way the game works. Just like everybody talks about Steph Curry changing the game as far as shooting is concerned, and ruined the game, by the way. LeBron James ruined the game too. But he also changed the game. Look at the contracts these players are getting because of the TV deals that the NBA is getting, the endorsements that the NBA is getting. And one of the main reasons why the NBA is where they are today, yes, Michael Jordan really helped internationally, but LeBron James is the biggest international player in professional sports right now besides Lionel Messi and Ronaldo. Those are the only 2 players right now are probably internationally bigger than LeBron James. LeBron James is the biggest American superstar in professional sports to this day right now. And nobody can argue. I don't want to hear about Tom Brady and Aaron Judge, as great as a player he is, or whoever's the superstar. Nobody even knows who Mike Trout is.
Yeah, I was going to say, baseball's really far behind with that.
I'm just saying. Yeah, have hockey players like Connor McDavid. Great player, but is he world-renowned, internationally known? No, he's not. I mean, the next international player is probably a boxer, okay? That is mostly known because of his boxing skills, like Mayweather or somebody like that. We'll never see a player like LeBron James again. I promise you. We'll never see a player. As a matter of fact, these records that he is breaking right now won't be broken for another 30, 40 years. Mm-hmm. That's how good these records are. That's how important and impossible and important these records were, held by some of the greatest players to ever play the game. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was one of the greatest offensive talents we've ever seen. LeBron James in his prime was one of the best defensive talents we have ever seen. He'll never be compared to Michael Jordan for what Michael Jordan did as a defensive player, or Scottie Pippen, or any of those guys. No, because that wasn't his game.